Okay, so, all right, so I wanted to do a video on walking through optimization. Now, this video, we're going to be optimizing one ad account. You can see there's a few campaigns in here. We'll go through them shortly. This specific ad account is one of our weight loss ad accounts. It's also one of the accounts that's promoting Exapure, which is the top product on ClickBank right now. And things are looking good. Okay, so we've got multiple ad accounts running Exapure. We've got other weight loss ad accounts running other weight loss products at the moment. Exapure seems to be the best as of right now. We started running Exapure, just as a little bit of background, when it first came out at the end of October and did really well straight off the bat. We managed to close out $2 million in revenue before shutting it off at the beginning of December because we were taking time off. The Affiliate Millionaire had just launched, Christmas and New Year was coming up, etc., etc. And December's, in my experience, never the best month to be running weight loss. I wanted to gear up ready for January. Okay, so this was launched at the beginning of January, and you can see actually 30th of December was when we first launched this one, 7th of January, 11th of January. Okay, so 3 campaigns that we've got now that I'm just going to select because these are the 3 campaigns that have all been running. So let's cut away the ones that we're not looking at. Okay. So 3 days, we're going to look past 3 days, 11th to the 13th of January. Today's the 14th of January. Now, to clarify, what I'm going to cover in this video has already been covered in the training. This is nothing new. If you go through the Affiliate Millionaire course, you'll find content similar to this. Okay, this is nothing new. So I'm not teaching, I'm not showing you anything new. I've shown this before, how I optimize, how I use the tracker to, drill down and find the pockets of profit, how I then put that forward in the campaigns, etc., etc. So this is nothing new, okay? But obviously it's good for a refresher. It's good just in case there's a slight tweak that you missed or a slight tweak that maybe I've introduced and I haven't really noticed or anything like that, right? One thing you'll notice, CPMs are looking ultra good. Okay, overall, $15 or nearly $16. Insane CPMs. CTRs, not that great, but the CPMs, where's CPM just gone now? The low CPMs offset the low CTR, okay? We're still getting a great cost per click. That's the main thing. All right, so anyway, 3 full days, 11th to the 13th. We've spent 16,369 across these 3 campaigns. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and jump to my tracker. And this is the exact same campaign here, okay? You can see the 3 different campaign names that we're running, 11th to the 13th. And I said 16,369, I believe, which isn't, a little bit out, not a million miles away, a couple $100 difference, or $100, $130, whatever it is, not a million miles away, right? Revenue is 27,893, giving us approximately a profit of 11,393 over these past 3 days, which gives us 69% ROI, give or take. All right, I'm not going to be, anal and get the exact, I know there's $130 difference. Big up, it's $130. It's not huge. I'm not really that bothered about it. What's important is that we cross-check or cross-reference. Again, you'll have seen me talk about this if you've been through the training. So let's go campaign by campaign. So we've got the 11th of the 1st, and that has generated 14,277. So let's go back to the ad account, and there's the 11th. So this has spent 6,022. So what we could do is we could just change this to say, spent 6022. Okay. This is going to give us a little bit more up to date, and I can see already that's going to be an amazing ROI on this campaign. Okay, interesting. Let's just head back. and the 7th of the 1st has spent 2760. I'll put it as, because it's like 8 cents away. I'm never bang on exact, right? You probably noticed that, but give or take, I'm around what I'm looking at, right? So 2760 for 7th of the 11th, which is here. Okay, interesting. This one is out. 2760. So we'll update that, and then we'll finally go back for the last campaign, which is the 30th, and that spent 7585. So let's go in 7585, which is in profit, but it's going to be a little bit reduced than what we've got it at the minute, because it says 6,012. We've got another $1,500 to spend, which is going to cut into this ROI. So we'll give it a second to update, and then we'll refresh. So you'll see the overall cost has gone up a bit more. Okay. See, it's gone up from 16,500 to 16,729, which is fine, because these bot clicks, you can see here when we first published the campaign, the bot clicks that come through, you know, they're all being accounted for spend, right? We've got like $34 here, $24 there, $23 here. It's all adding up. So we're not going to pay attention to these bot clicks here, which, you know, is roughly, give or take, $80, $90. And then obviously we've got this campaign name where the tracker hasn't picked up, and we've had 2 sales come from that. Again, you know, give or take. I'm not going to look too far into it, but what's interesting is this campaign is absolutely killing it. Okay, so let's look at this one first. 137% ROI. That's insane. Absolutely mental. So let's break down, see if we can cross-reference and check what's going on. So let's go into the 11th, and I like to stack it up by link clicks, as I've already got stacked up there. Give it a second to load up because it's having a minute. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so we're stacked up by link clicks because that's how Binum stacks up by default. So broad men is 1456 in spend. Let's see how accurate that is. So broad men's there, 1456. So we're over compensating in Binum. So the ROI is slightly better. You know, we've got $200 over what we've actually spent, 1456. We're saying that we spent 1682. So we've got a decent amount of profit, you know, $900 of profit there, which isn't too bad, probably about 55% ROI. Happy with that. That's above our 30%, so that's a keeper. So let's chuff on back over here and look at broad women, which has spent 1722. So 1722 spent, you know, not too far away, $15 away, $16. And look at that ROI, wow. So this is a very good ad set, insanely good. It's also getting the bulk of the traffic, which I'm happy with that. I mean, I'll probably do a few things to tinker with this, but broad women, absolutely slaying. Now remember, we have data on Exipure. And like I said before, we've been running it since October, end of October. We did have a few weeks off during December, but we still had the data, the pixel data, the ad account data, the tracking data. We knew the audiences, we knew, you know, the demographics, we knew some of the ads that were going to work. In fact, I think these are new ads, which are really working well. All right, so LAL5 women is 4809 revenue. So LAL5 women, oops. Oh God, what's going on here? There we go. So LAL5 women is 4809. That's here. So LAL5 women 4809. And LAL5. So, oh man, what am I doing? I need to go. That's why. LAL5 women 4809. Sorry. So LAL5 women here 1763. 1763. So under a little bit here, okay, I'm not really bothered about it being exact, but 1763 is going to give me $3,000 of profit. Okay, again, these two are looking ultra, ultra hot. Seriously hot. Look at our cost per acquisition, $60, $51. Now I know there's a couple $100 missing from here. I know this is overcompensating for a couple $100. Very, very, very good conversion rates on these two and cost per acquisition. I'm very happy with these two. Okay, let's have a look. LAL 510 men is, let's go and get the ad spend first. It's hard to work out. So LAL 510 men, 356, and you can see I've already turned this off, already beat you to it. 356, let's just confirm. 295 revenue. Okay, spent 356, made back 295. It's right to be turned off. Okay. LAL 510 women, let's again go get the ad spend first. LAL 510 women has spent 375 and made 929. And look, 398 has been accounted for, so we're $20 over. So that's doing well. Not as many conversions as these two, but still pretty damn good. LAL 5 men is, let's go and grab that. LAL 5 men is 348. LAL 5 men, 724. Again, $5 difference. Happy days, 100% there. So we can see this campaign is absolutely crushing. And at, not crazy scale, but decent scale. We launched this a couple of days ago, I think. Oh, sorry. We launched this a couple of days ago on the 11th. 6,000 spent so far. So around $2,000 a day if we're looking at the 3 days. Okay. So what I'd like to do is, because we've got broad women, and you can see we've already tinkered with this. You can already see the patterns, and I'll just leave it a second to see if you can see the patterns. But you can see we started at $250,000 lifetime. But now the 3 best performing ad sets are $500,000 lifetime. Okay. Now we can change this to bidding and optimization. And we've got 159 bid. So what I might do is, for my best performers, I might just bump this up a little bit. 169. Just bump it up by $10. Now remember, this is, I don't know if I told you, but this is sneak attack. You know how much I love the sneak attack. Only if you've been through the training, though. You won't know if you've not been through the training. You won't know that sneak attack is a seriously good strategy to use to scale. You've got to go through the training to find that out. Okay. Sneak attack. 169 is the bid. These are all performing very well. Okay. I'm happy with this campaign. Nothing else needs to be done. I'm not going to optimize anything else because, sorry. Oh my word, where's the frigging thing at? Right, okay, back. Because we've got 137% ROI. That is why I'm not going to optimize any further. Okay. So let's have a look at the campaign of the 30th. All right, so let's look at the campaign with the 30th. Let's go get the ad spend. So 7585, as we said. And yeah, we're bang on the money as we updated it. So we've got 42% return, which I'm happy with. Okay, obviously I'm more happy if we're here, but I'm still pretty happy here. So let's have a look and break this down and see what we've got going on, because the obvious optimization is to trim anything that's not making money, right? Any ad sets. So that's where we start, because that's the level that we're starting at, right? Let's cut away the audiences that aren't working, the ad sets. Okay, so let's start off with the ad spend. So TV women, again, we're stacked up by link clicks. TV women has spent $17.27. And, a couple of dollars out, 72%. I'm happy with that. It's a good ROI. Broad Women. Let's go back and find what's Broad Women spent. Broad Women has spent 12.14. Okay, so back to the tracker. 12.14. Couple dollars out. 40%. Probably around 35%, 40%. Still happy, or it's not amazing, but it's within our KPIs. We want to be over 30%, so that'll do. WAM Women is 627. So 627 for WAM Women. So here we go. All right, this is the big one. 11.50. We've nearly spent double. Now notice how we've actually been charging up with this ad set. Ad set. This is on ABO. We've been charging up. At some point, this ad set was performing extremely well. Let's go back, make sure we've got the right one. Yep, so 630. Not anymore. Let's get rid of that ad set. We don't want to run that. We're just spending money and not making any back. We've lost half the money that we've spent there. Okay, so that needs cutting away. That's how easy it is, right? Broad Men has spent 900. Let's go and have a check. Broad Men 900, 1570 back, which is good. Happy with that. NF Men is 364. Oh, what am I doing here? 364. NF Men is 364. And 604 spent. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, let's cut that away. NF Women is 537. Wow. Wow, that's a good ad set we've got. Okay, that's the best ad set that we've got so far. Easily a double. Okay, so we'll keep that on tabs because that looks good. Level 5, and in fact, let's go and do something with that now. Just jazz it up a little touch. Now, I'm not going to increase the budget. I only increased it, and again, look, you'll notice the ones that we're turning off are the budgets that we've got to notice patterns like this. Okay, I'm not saying that's what is happening, but we would have surfed this the last couple of days because they were put, or maybe not the last couple of days, but prior to the last couple of days, these would have been performing well. This campaign's from the 30th of December, right? So this has been running a little bit longer, 12 days. So initially, these would have been working well. Hence, why they've been doubled in budget. Because in the time, and again, it's in the training, surfing, we surf the budget, right? We double the budget. Still converting, we double it again. This is during the day. We're surfing the algorithmic waves of the Facebook ads auction, okay? The algorithm. We double it again. And obviously we go, I'm not going to go through the exact strategy, but then at midnight we reset it, and then after a couple of days, it holding its holding the ROI and still getting profitable. We don't reduce it all the way back. We reduce it to the first bump, which would be 4K. Okay, and we do it again. If it does it again for a couple of days, we reduce it to the next first bump, which would be 8K. That's the first double on a 4K, right? For 2K ad sets, the first double's 4K. Okay, then it's 8K, then 16, then 32, so on and so forth. Okay, again, covered in the content. So NF Women is looking hot. LAL 5 EP Women is 379. I feel like this wasn't looking so hot. So 337. So with this one, because it's close to, it hasn't spent a ton, okay, and it's not a million miles away. It's $40 out from break even. One sale could easily put this into decent profit, okay? So I'm going to leave this one as is. TV Men, 742. Let's go and check that out. TV Men, 285. So TV Men, 285. TV Men, 742. Looking good there as well. This is easily, well, TV Men. This is definitely within profit, right? This is a good ROI. I might leave it a couple more sales. This one, I just want to see it continues to get sales. And then we've got LAL 510 EP Women. and that is 226. Allow 510 EP women 226 278. Again, I'm going to leave these. I'm going to leave the rest of these, whether they're up or down, because it's only a couple $100 spent. I can afford to let them run for another couple $100 and then reevaluate. Again, it could be the difference of a sale or two that puts it into profit. So really, there's only one. I mean, there's a few profitable ones here, but there's one that's standing out to me. And I'm just going to go, what I want to do is I want to just put the bids all together, because I know we've got 139 to 149s from yesterday, surfing the bids of the ones that were doing well versus the ones that weren't. So I'm going to reset these bids to 149 right now. All of them are going to go to 149. And then NF women, I'm just going to bump to 159. And in fact, I am going to take that TV men to 159 as well, because I believe it was TV men. Better double check just in case. TV men, yes. Okay. So publish that. And that is that campaign played around with. Okay, for now. Now I'm going to jump back because I want to just go to 7th of the 1st. The last campaign. I want to shuffle this up. 7th of the 1st was 2415 and amount spent 2759. So definitely losing a little bit of money here so far. So let's break down the ad sets and see what we find. So WHMH is responsible for 402. So WMH is responsible for 402. So that one is out by a couple $100, so we can turn that off. Broad women is 763. 580. So there's a couple $100 profit there. Nothing crazy, but still profit. Broad men is 508 and 295. So we could do with cutting that away. WHMH is 439 661, so a couple of $100 profit there. Lal 10 women is 292. So I mean, I could leave that. In fact, what I'm going to do here, even though we've got a couple of ad sets that are profitable, I'm just going to turn the whole campaign off. Okay. Again, this is the reason why launching campaigns is very important. Now, I've got it down to where, you know, with the data that we've already got, I roughly know what campaigns and ad sets are going to work. So maybe I don't have to launch, you know, a new campaign every day. But you can see 7th of January, 11th of January. Now, if I was to unselect these, there'll also be the 5th of January and maybe a couple more, right? Every couple of days, I'm launching new campaigns in this ad account. Now, remember, I have somewhere around 25 to 30 active ad accounts right now, as of today. So, as in active ad accounts with active ads in. So, you know, every day we're launching multiple campaigns. Every single day. And I can't remember if I dropped it in the Discord group, the Next Level Discord group, with you guys, or in the Facebook group. But the key thing here, when you're starting out, and even when you're scaling and when you're advanced and you're a super affiliate, is launching campaigns. That is what's going to bring the money in. Creating amazing landers, yeah, might help, but it ain't going to bring you money. You need a campaign. Having the best ad copy in the world can definitely help conversions, but it ain't going to make you money if you don't have a campaign to put it in. Launching campaigns is what's going to make the money, okay? End of story. Obviously, all the other bits are very important and they help, you know. But without a campaign, there's going to be, it doesn't matter how good your ad copy is or how good the lander is or how good the offer is. Without a campaign, you ain't going to have any traffic, okay? All right, so that out of the way. Now I've whittled it down, right? So what I can do now is go back to the 11th, because these are ad set budgets as well, okay? Now what I can do here And what I can do here is I can go and drill down on the 11th. I'm going to focus on the 11th. 30th, I want to see more sales come from, so we'll have a look at that in a second. So I've drilled down here, okay? Now, one thing I'm looking at is country. Can I cut away any of these countries? And I'm looking, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, there's some insane stats here. We've already whittled down the countries, as you can probably tell. You know, I don't just think, oh, I know, I'll target Israel and Switzerland and Sweden. This has come from testing, and although the bulk of the traffic is going elsewhere, these countries convert extremely well for us. So, would it be worthwhile, because the bulk of the traffic is going to the US and to Canada, would it be worthwhile duplicating maybe our best performing ad set, which is I think broad women or LAL 5 women, and targeting these other countries? Now, we won't have as big an audience, but it means we might be able to get more sales with these high conversion rates. Might not, but it might be worthwhile looking at. Okay, now another thing we can look at is we can emphasize our hour of day. Now I'm going to drop the hour of day there, and as you can see, looks like we're already using it. Now, are we using it from 2 o'clock in the morning? Or are we using it from 5 o'clock in the morning? And the reason why I'm saying that is I'm looking at these spikes of volume compared to these lesser spikes. So let's go and have a look. See exactly when our schedule's running. So I'm going to go in any ad set, not really bothered which one. And I'm going to drop down the schedule. Okay, so it looks like we're doing the viewers time zone. Usually we run the ad account time zone, but that's interesting. There we go. See, I'm saying to you before, we might find a tweak that I didn't realize we were doing or forgot about doing, or mistakenly did, because I set this campaign up and I usually put ad account time zone. We're putting viewers time zone. Now, the majority of the countries, US, Canada, what else, Puerto Rico, etc., are on the same time zone, but New Zealand, Sweden, Israel, Switzerland are not, okay? So we can see it starting from 5 a.m. and running to 3 p.m. So 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the viewer's time zone, which is very interesting, which is giving us these, you know, not sporadic, but these other, I mean, you can see it finishes off 3 o'clock there and it sort of tapers down. Get a pickup at the midnight hours. But this looks good, man. There's no need for me to change these hours because whatever's working in this campaign is working. This is testament to that. Okay? It's rare to get 100% plus ROI on a campaign at, you know, a good level of scale. And I mean, $2,000 a day isn't huge, but that's decent. So what I think needs to be done here is without the optimization part, I'm not the countries are performing, the times are looking good, everything's looking good. Let's just see. Yeah, I mean, we're running in these countries. That's what's showing. Every country's got a sale from. So I think what we need to do is we need to focus on spending more money. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is watching it through the day. Any campaign or ad set, that catches my eye is going to get doubled. Potentially the bid's going to get bumped. Okay. And play it from there. Okay. So not too much to do in that one. Let's go check out the 30th. So the 30th, we'll need to go back down here so we can drill down into the 30th. So drill down. And again, we'll take a look at countries. Okay, so this is a bit more interesting because we've got more countries running here. And you can see we've got Switzerland, we've got Israel, we've got Sweden. No sales from them, but they haven't had a ton of clicks. Got the usual suspects up at the top. Denmark, not looking too hot, but again, not a million clicks, just a couple hundred, which I don't think that's enough to go off, personally. Okay, let's take a look at the hours of the day. All right, so we've got a good mix here. So let's go and check out what's actually going on in the 30th campaign because it's a daily. So we're running throughout the day, okay? So 24/7. So what we could do here is we could duplicate our good performing ad sets. And as we can see, ad account time zone, PST, from 5 a.m., and I know there's a couple of good hours here, but from 5 a.m. when we get this 88% spike through to 1 p.m., we've got a nice little run of green and all above our KPI, okay? So I think it'd be worthwhile testing this out, running 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I personally think ad account time zone is what we should use here because that's following this exactly. Whereas if we run, viewers time zone, we ain't going to be sticking in here because we'll have traffic running in these hours when it's these hours in New Zealand, if that makes sense, okay? So I believe 5 till 1 p.m. That's fine. So let's go and have a look at the ad set. Now, if you want to get really granular, you could put the hour of the day here, but there's not going to be enough data, which is why I do it at a campaign level. Because now we've got TV women here, but we can see, 1 sale, 2, 3, none, 2, 2. I mean, it's still around the same times, but it's not enough to say, oh shit, we got 1 sale there, good ROI. But it's 1 sale. We could send another 1,000 clicks there and not get another sale, and it's not going to look as good an ROI, is it? So, this is why we always want to see multiple sales to get some, detail. This one's interesting. This broad women's interesting, from 7 till 12. Again, I'd like to see more clicks here, but the fact that we've got multiple, 2 and 3 sales, look at the conversion rate. The conversion rate's insane. Just as a silly test, maybe I do that. Broad women, 7 till... In fact, I'm going to do it. 7 till 12 broad women. Let's go. So 7 till 12 broad women. There's our broad women. Not going to touch anything else apart from just switch it to lifetime. So it's a daily budget for now. So what I'm going to do is lifetime. Just call it LT. I'm going to switch this to lifetime. And I'm going to switch it to 100K, hopefully, yeah. Now, I'm going to start it today. It's still early. We'll get this approved pretty quick. I'm going to run it for 10 days, so the 24th, and I'm going to make it finish at about 11 p.m., okay? Now, I'm going to set the schedule so the ads only run, and I'm going to make sure I choose ad account time zone. And I believe it was 7 till 12. I have to go back to clarify. Yeah, 7 till 12. That's it. That's all I'm doing in this campaign. Let's just go back down to the bottom. 149 is fine. So that's what we've got. Now let's just take a quick look. Make sure there's nothing else that we could do. Broad men. A little bit more sporadic. Not enough sales to really get a good feel. This would be interesting, but again, 1 sale, 1 sale, 1 sale. Not enough really to get anything. Nothing else is going to be down there. So this TV women. We could try TV women 5 till 3. Okay. Just on the off chance that we see something come out of that. So let's go and do that as well. So back up there. So TV women, we're going to duplicate. And again, we're going to put LT. We could date this as well, and we should do really, but I'm not going to bother because I didn't on the broad. I'm going to switch it to lifetime again. And I'm going to put 100,000. I don't know if that's a million. Yeah, a million. I don't want this warning to come up, okay? So I'm going to put that back to 100K. And I'm going to say the 24th of Jan is when it finishes. 11 p.m. Okay, and I want to schedule. So the schedule is going to be, again, what did we say? I think it was like, let's just double check. 5 till 3. Okay, so 5 till 3. So 5 a.m.'s there, 3 p.m. there. Boom. Just make sure we've got a 149. Okay, that's great. So we can publish these two. And let's see where they go. Cool. All right, so I just wanted to show you that because I think it's important. Obviously, the refresher helps. You know, if you started this course and then Christmas came up and you sort of fell off, you need a reminder to get back on it, yada, yada, yada. Also, like the potential that's here, you know, there's $3,000 profit from this one campaign. I think I can't remember exactly how much from the entire thing. $11,000 for 3 days, which is pretty good, averaging around 3.5K or just less, $3,500, give or take, a day profit out of this one ad account. Again, we have 25 to 30. Not all of them are in profit, of course. Some of them are testing new offers. Some of them are break even, negative. There's a good chunk that are profitable. And again, spitting out similar numbers to this. So it all stacks up. Now, obviously, you're not going to, if you're brand new to this, it's not going to be like this all the time, right? Or straight off the bat. You're going to have to build up to this, but it's important you do. Like, you've got the training there, you've got the steps, you've got the support group, you've got this coaching group right here that you're in now. There's a couple of people that I really appreciate the questions you bring into the group. At the moment, it's only a handful of people that are engaging and interacting, and I appreciate you so much for doing so, for asking good questions. And by the way, no such thing as a silly question. So if you think you're asking a silly question, please don't. We all start somewhere, and it's important that if you've got a question and you're not sure of something, that you ask, because obviously it needs sorting out. I don't want it to put you off. I don't want it to throw up a wall because you don't know the answer to that question, and it stop any progress. So please ask if you have a question. Hopefully this has provided value. Again, shows the potential. Again, just reiterates how I optimize. There's not too much that I optimize there, right? I'm going in 3 day. Again, because I'm spending a little bit more here, I can afford to look over 3 days. If I was spending $50 a day or $100 a day, I might need to look over 7 days to collect the data to get a good read on things, okay? So I'm looking over 3 days in this case. I'm cutting out any ad sets that are not performing, that are negative. If they're, you know, nearly break even, slightly negative, and they've only spent a couple $100, I'll allow a little bit more because obviously one sale could take it into profit. So I'm going to allow that. Then I'm looking again, and this is all in the training, by the way. You know, if you've been through the training, that time of day is a massive thing for me. I love that time of day. I love day parting. You've seen it. You know my campaigns evolve. My scaling campaigns evolve around day parting. Very important part of my scaling process. So that's what we just did there. We looked at the hours, what's converting, what time, blah, blah, blah. We could look at the days as well, but we're looking at a 3 day thing here. So it doesn't make much sense to, does it? Because obviously, you know, we're looking at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, you know, might be totally different to Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Do you know what I mean? So we've got to take that into account. So I'm not really interested at looking at days, but just looking at the hours of the day. And again, 3 days isn't a huge time. We could really open this up. How do we look at all time? Again, we did have a campaign on the 30th, so there might be a little bit more here. All right, so, and this is another interesting thing, right? Okay, so look at all time. All time, 34% ROI, okay? Not that great. It's within our KPI, of course, but then we go, and after we've optimized and tested new things, and we sit at 66%. Please understand how this is working, okay? We launched a campaign, might not be profitable immediately. Not an issue. We're collecting data. We get that data, we optimize, we trim and kill losers. We look at the hours of the day, we look at the countries, we look at the browsers, the OS, the device types, the connection types, the landers. So you can see we've got 4 landers, all of them looking very good at this point, but let's have a look at all time. Boom. Okay? Look at the difference the landing pages make. Please, please, please look at this. Reiteration. Look at the landing pages. 4 of the 9 or whatever, however many are in here, negative. If we don't test landing pages and we only stuck with landing page 1 throughout the whole of this campaign, we'd have a negative campaign. A lot of people would put that campaign in the bin. Done. Dead. Nope. We test landing page number 2. Still dead. We need another landing page. We bring in another landing page. 6. Better. 36%. Have another one. 10. 43%. We're getting there. 49% for 13. Let's test 12. Not as good. 11. No. Negative. Put it in the bin. 14. Killer. 63%. All right, so spot the trends here, what we're doing. And we've got 3 active ones right now. You can see they're the ones without the pause button next to them. So what is this? Landing page 6, landing page 13, landing page 14. Okay, these are our landers right now. By the way, we bring in new landers all the time, as you can tell. Okay, look at the EPCs, look at the ROIs. That's what we're looking at here. EPCs especially. 95% EPCs on landing page 14. This is what we're looking at. This is what's important. So I just want to show that as well. We're not just optimizing, this ad set, this audience, this age range, this country, this hour. Landing pages as well. Ultra, ultra important. All right. So again, reiteration is key. I want to refresh. I want to remind. I want to provide value. Any questions, please let me know and I'll speak to you soon.